There's going to be a base game update for The Sims 4 today, but it's not just any update, it's the pre-expansion pack update. And usually these pre-pack updates are a pretty big deal. This is the time that we get new base game features, not just like base game stuff. Kind of throughout the year in regular updates, you might get like a new hair, maybe a new shirt, but before a pack comes out, that's when we get things like the platform update, glass walls, even infants came out right before Growing Together did. And it's because they usually work on that new major feature alongside the pack, and then they'll pull that feature forward to everybody in the base game and then maybe expand upon it and add some extra stuff to it in the pack. Even think like we got ladders when Eco Lifestyle came out. There was one base game ladder and then an extra ladder in Eco Lifestyle. So it could be as small as like a ladder or a glass wallpaper. We don't really know what's gonna happen in this update, but there should be something new for everybody in the base game. So in this video, we're gonna check out that update together. We'll talk about the patch notes and we'll also discuss some recent Sims 4 news. Okay, and I've been sitting here refreshing for the last 7 minutes, but the update finally dropped. So my game is installing it right now. I will address the elephant in the room. I do have access to the pack already. That's what this is. I just can't post about the pack yet, not until closer to the end of the month. And you know what? In general, this has been kind of a weird pack pre-release. A couple of days ago, they posted this quality of life roadmap. I didn't make a whole video about it because it's pretty brief. Instead of posting a roadmap about like DLC, like they normally would, they posted this blog post talking about some of the updates that are coming in the future. I think mostly to address the fact that everybody is very frustrated with The Sims 4 kind of having some performance issues right now. Well, not even just right now, always. The Sims 4 is just kind of a, it's The Sims 4. But in this, they announced that the base game update was going to be today on September 18th, a full week earlier than it was supposed to be. They said it's to allow time for them to quickly identify and address any potential issues that might take place. But interestingly, the console updates still won't happen until next week on the 23rd. I don't really know how console stuff works, but I know that it's a little bit more rigid in its schedules. So I think it's possible that just because of console limitations, they weren't able to pull the update forward to everyone. So I'm really sorry to console players. It sucks to play this game on console. But yeah, very interesting. The update has been pulled forward a whole week. They also go on to talk a little bit more about how they prioritize fixes for the game. I think a lot of people aren't aware of like the bug report section of the forums, but they explain a little bit more about how that works here and like how they base the bugs that they're fixing on what's reported and heavily upvoted on the forums. So I'm gonna link this down below in case you want to go through and read it yourself and also find the forums if you've never seen them before. And then they say that in October, they're going to be monitoring and addressing any fixes for Adventure Awaits. And then in November, they said November 4th, mark your calendars. This will be a big day. Fixes and freebies for everyone. So that's kind of exciting. Looks like there'll be another big update in November, but that's kind of all they said in the roadmap. So it wasn't like a big roadmap. It's a lot of words to say very few things. Ooh, and my update failed. Okay, well, I think it's fine now. Let me try and play the game. Now, having played with Adventure Awaits in the early access, I have that weird second version of the game, so I have the update in that version of the game. So I've noticed a couple of things already that are coming in this update, but there is also always stuff that they don't mention or I haven't seen for myself yet. So we will still cover the patch notes in this video just in case I miss anything. And also, they automatically disable mods when there's big updates like this. This is the kind of update that will break all of your mods. So if you open the game with your mods installed and you're like, oh my god, the whole thing is completely busted, I can't even open CAS, your mods are probably broken. So you're gonna have to delete them and then re-download them once the modder updates it. I don't know how bad this is gonna break things today. A lot of those mods can be fixed same day by the creators, but sometimes it takes longer, it just depends. So make sure you go and check their socials and then like re-download them once they've been fixed. Personally, I am sort of dreading playing Sims later tonight on stream because I think I won't be able to use UI cheats, but it's okay, I can be brave. So I made a couple Sims just for us to test things out, and as far as I'm aware, there's only one update in CAS. We've had this base game beanie for a while now, but they added one additional swatch to it. This like sort of oatmeal colored swatch is new. It is nice because the other white swatch is like very cool toned, so there's a slightly more creamy toned white-ish color now as well, but it's not really a very thrilling CAS update. It's one swatch to one hat. Child Sims also have a new play pretend interaction they can do, and they can do it alone or with other kids. We have been able to play pretend before on things like the treehouse and stuff like that, but this is a brand new interaction and they can just do it instead. This reminds me a lot of The Sims 3, and I really like that about it. This is her playing pretend fairy castle, but you can also play pretend house, which looks like this. I actually haven't seen that one yet. You can play pretend island castaway that looks like this. You can do a pirate adventure, and it spawns in given this, or you can do a play pretend space explorer, which looks like this. Oh, she's even got a helmet on. That's kind of cute. I did see that before because I've been playing with kids with the new pack, but I haven't tested out playing pretend with other Sims. So I kind of want to go to the park and see if I can find any other kids and then try to play pretend with them. Although, of course, there's no kids here. Let me make a club. Kids club. Alexander Goth. Gideon Harris. I don't know. I added a couple kids from the town. Let me start a gathering with them. I really want my first playing pretend to be with Alexander Goth. Does that say fight? Oh my gosh. Well, it's under friendly and then activities and then just play pretend. And it's the same options as the self interactions you can do alone, but you can just do it with other Sims, I guess. I'm gonna try and play, oh look, they're playing Space Explorer. Okay, so it is the exact same thing. There's just 2 of them instead of only 1. How fast does that build relationship? I mean, it looks like it's going up relatively quickly. That was my first time ever talking to him. Oh my God, I was about to say, oh, I'll just cheat her fun down so we can see how fast her fun gets up from playing pretend, but I don't have any mods, so I can't do it. It does build your fun. It doesn't look like it goes up very quickly though. It's a pretty slow, fun interaction. I love all the things like the animations that it spawns around them. It's really cool. And you know, it's really fun to finally have more stuff for kids in the base game. I know it's a simple little thing, but it is really nice to get more stuff for children. And speaking of stuff for children, I think the biggest part of this update is that they've given everybody access to the new playground lot type. I actually haven't tested this or tried to build one of these or really used it at all yet. So playgrounds say, like regular parks, but with way more kids. The perfect place where children can play, meet other children, and form lifelong bonds. So if I tried to switch this lot to be a playground, oh, it needs to have 6 pieces of playground equipment. Wow. Ooh, that would be really annoying to build with just the base game, because there's not a lot of playground equipment in the base game. I mean, when you think about it, it's just the monkey bars, the pirate ship, and the spaceship. So you'd have to put a lot of monkey bars down or use like 2 pirate ships. Ooh, I think maybe 6 is too high of a number. It's fine if you've got other packs because there are other things you can use. Like even the basketball hoop counts as playground equipment. There are swing sets that count as playground equipment. Even like the toddler stuff, the ball pit counts as playground equipment. So it is very much doable. It's just, yikes. If you've only got the base game, it's gonna be kind of ugly. I mean, I guess they made this because they're adding all of those really cool modular playgrounds in the pack. And if you haven't seen them, hold on. Was there a screenshot? Oh yeah, look. So this is what's coming in Adventure Awaits. It's a fully modular playground set. So it's not like it's just one big thing you have to place down. Like this tunnel and this slide and this tower and even like these little toys are all separate. So you can make a completely custom playset. So obviously the playground lot type is going to be very easy to achieve once you have the pack, because I'm assuming that each of these things counts as one separate piece of playground equipment. And again, I haven't actually tested that yet in the pack, so don't hold me to that. I am just guessing, but that would make sense because they're all separate objects. So they made this and like made the lot type because of the pack and then thought, you know what, let's give everybody access to the playgrounds. But it's definitely gonna be a lot easier to do once you have the pack. They do this a lot with lot types, even like wedding stories. They made all that wedding stuff with wedding stories, and then the wedding venue lot type got added to the base game. They even like retroactively did it with pools because the pool lot type first came in Get Together, and then they since pulled it and gave everybody access to the pool in the base game. And when it's a simple lot type like this that can be achieved with just base game stuff, I think that makes sense. Obviously like small businesses and the custom venues are locked behind the paywall because it's separate, it's like the whole pack, but anybody can have a playground. So I like that we've got access to this. All I've done right now is just change the base game park to be a playground. I'm gonna end that club gathering. It says that it's the same as a regular park, it just has more kids that visit it. And I am kind of already seeing that. There's a couple of other kids here already. Max is here. Oh wow, there's more over here. Cam's here. A toddler is here. You don't see toddlers out and about in public very often in The Sims 4, so that's kind of a pleasant surprise. You know what? I think I'm gonna use this a lot. I can see myself building playgrounds a lot. You know, I'm actually kind of curious if any of the other parks that I've built could work as a playground already. Newcrest Daycare Center from 2023. Oh, this one probably counts as a park. Playground. Oh, I only have 2 pieces. Oh, because this whole thing is only 1 piece. What is counting as the other playground equipment? Oh, this. Duh. Okay, well, yeah, 6 is a really high number then. Here is a base game park that I built a while back to go up here. Items removed. What items? Could this be a playground? No, because it only has 3 again. Oh boy. Okay, well, let's just take a pause and like see if we could update this easily with the base game. I was able to put 2 more monkey bars over there. I could probably put another one over here. I guess worst case scenario, I'll put another one right here. It's just such an extreme number of monkey bars. I'd much rather have multiple monkey bars than multiple of these giant things. Although you could put both. You could have like the monkey bars and then also a pirate ship and a rocket ship. Yeah, this is just kind of confirming my suspicions. I'm not sure how easy it'll be to make base game playgrounds. The other lot requirements aren't too bad. It needs a toilet, a sink, a bench, and a patio table. Like, that's fine. It doesn't even need patio chairs, just a patio table. I think that maybe this could use a little bit of reworking. I think that 5 is a better number of playground equipment, and maybe it should ask for patio chairs too. Just a thought. The lot requirements used to be so much more detailed. Like, the recent packs have been very, very bare bones. Even like the wedding venue stuff, none of it is actually required. It just has recommendations, they're optional. I think maybe they need to go back to a more regulated system with how they decide what the lot requirements are, because they're kind of all over the place. Does my Shuno Meadows Park count? Okay, too giant even. I forgot it was 64 by 64. I've got stuff everywhere. Surely this one's gonna count, right? Playground. Oh, I've got 7 pieces of equipment on this one. This one has other packs. So I've got swing sets, I've got toddler stuff, and then I also have those 2 basketball hoops. I know it seems like kind of a random excursion to just go back and check my own builds, but I'm mostly doing it because I think it helps me to see how doable this is. We obviously haven't been able to make playgrounds before, but they didn't add any new objects. So we could have made playgrounds before and just labeled them as parks. And I actually kind of think the base game needs something else. I think the base game needs a slide. They didn't give us a slide in the base game, but I think that the base game needs a slide. The base game needs a swing set too. It's been long enough. You can pull one from like seasons. I think that the base game could use one. It's weird that we don't have one, right? Especially because so many other packs have swing sets. Just make this one base game. I don't care. I love seasons enough already, so you can pull this for everybody. Or like give me a recolor of it that's base game. I don't know. They are adding slides into the pack. I kind of had hoped that they would make a base game slide with the pack, sort of similar to how they did like the ladder thing with Eco Lifestyle, where there was one in the pack and one in the base game, but they obviously did not do that here today. There is one last thing that comes in this update, one last major thing I should say that comes in this update. They've changed a little bit about the event planning. So if I were to go and plan a social event, say I want to host a birthday party. Also, I think they changed the text. Doesn't it look skinnier to you? Like a thinner font? I'll pick my birthday sim, I can invite a guest. Oh. I don't know anybody. Oh my God, hold on. Let me just join a random club so I can have some more friends. Okay, again, birthday party. We'll have a birthday sim. We can pick some guests. Maybe you choose to hire a caterer or whatever. The thing that has changed is that now there's a lot type filter in the event planning UI. So you can choose to filter by all lot types. I could pick just bars if I wanted to only see bar options. You could look at just parks and museums together if you wanted to, and it shows you just the park and museum options. And I think this is really helpful because of how many lots there are. When I'm trying to host a wedding, I oftentimes will have in mind a specific park, and then it's so hard for me to scroll all the way down. Where's the world? Usually before, all of these would be open by default as well. So you'd be like scrolling, waiting until you get to Newcrest or wherever. And it took a long time. It was very clunky trying to set up an event. This is so much better. It's so much easier now. So the event itself hasn't changed. They've just changed the UI to make it easier to search for stuff. I assume they did that because they're gonna have you planning getaways with the new pack. And so it's nice to be able to filter between lots for the getaways better. But that's definitely a quality of life improvement. And it's one of those things that I didn't really expect them to do. Like, I was kind of just dealing with that. I didn't feel like I needed the change, but I'm very glad to have the change. Oh, and the patch notes are already out. This is a much smoother update than usual. It's only 1:36. Sometimes I'm waiting until like 2:15 for the patch notes. Okay, well, I will obviously link this full thing down below in case you wanted to go back and read it for yourself, but I'm gonna go through all the highlights. Interestingly, they actually address that getting the update out earlier allows for more time for mod and custom content creators to update prior to Adventure Awaits coming out, and then they have more time to address any issues more quickly. But obviously the big downside is that the console players have to wait longer. And then it says you need to use the PlayStation and Xbox filters in the gallery until you receive the update. That's super annoying. So you can't access like regular gallery stuff until the update is out. I guess maybe because the new lot type like messes with the gallery because people are gonna be uploading playgrounds. Yikes. Okay, well, I think overall it probably is a good thing to have the update sooner for the reasons they've listed, but it really does suck for console players. Okay, well, we have the new playground venue, which we talked about. We have the new venue type filter planning. We have the play pretend interaction. This is a terrible screenshot. They didn't even show her actually playing with it. They just showed the UI. Who took that one? These are nice screenshots. Oh boy. Okay, well, We also have, oh, the beanie color variant. Oh my god, they made a new bassinet. I didn't see that. Oh, they made a mermaid bassinet. Okay, all the other occult types have custom bassinets. There's like an alien one, a vampire one. There was never a bassinet for the mermaids. They made one. I mean, it's a little bit wacky looking, but I think that's kind of fun. So that's a brand new item added to Island Living. You know what? They have really heard people's feedback about the mermaid sucking. They went back and like made a gravestone for mermaids. They went back and made the bassinet for mermaids. These are very small things, so it's just like one item, but that actually does help me feel a little bit better about them. The mermaids are still very much lacking compared to all the other occults, but we're slowly bridging that gap. Now we have a couple more objects. It does make a difference. That's so cool. We've got a whole new item. I wasn't expecting that today. I actually care more about that in the playgrounds. Is that bad? That's so bad. She smells merfolk stinky baby diapers in a seashell-shaped bassinet. Wow. They readjusted gains for the soul's journey and added satisfaction point rewards for each tier completed. Okay, so they changed a little bit of the bucket list stuff in Life and Death to tune it. I'm curious to play with that now and see like what that actually means, because we readjusted gains doesn't really mean much to me. Like, what did you readjust? I have noticed that I felt like it was really easy to max the soul's journey. Like, it was happening very quickly for me. So maybe they made it harder, but I don't know. We'll see. Memory Boost is an early access opt-in feature for The Sims 4 that delivers performance improvements by optimizing memory usage, reducing lag, improving frame rates, and helping prevent memory-related crashes. Okay, I actually will test that. It says available September 23rd, so it's not available yet, but I will test that, and I will let you know how I feel about it once it's out. They've got some more information about it and like FAQ stuff on it. Oh, Autumn Apparel Kit. Right in time for sweater weather, the Autumn Apparel Kit is coming in October 2025. Interesting. So, this sort of leaked. I don't really know if that's the right word for it, but there was a roadmap, like a proper DLC roadmap that leaked and then still has not been released. And the Autumn Apparel Kit was on that roadmap. The leaked release date was October 9th, which is very soon after the launch of the expansion pack and like kind of concerning because the pack comes out on the 2nd. I do wonder if part of why they haven't posted that roadmap yet is if they thought like, ooh, maybe it is too soon and they wanted to delay the pack. Because I think if the kit comes out at the end of October, it's not as bad as coming out the same week as the expansion pack. And it looks cute. I mean, like, I like the idea of an Autumn Apparel Kit, but I just feel like that's a lot of content. That's a lot of paid content coming out very, very fast. I really like this jacket with the purse. I think that's super nice. And the long scarf on this. See, I want to complain about this kit because of the release being so quick, but I think this could become one of my favorite cast kits. So I don't want to say too many bad things because I might become a hypocrite if I do. I'm intrigued. I'll say I'm intrigued. I love autumn vibes. You know how I am. I just spent like 3 hours making this really fancy autumn house build that I'm going to post on YouTube next week. It's already on the gallery. Like I'm deep into this already. Okay, and then we have the bug fixes. Sims with the entrepreneurial trait no longer experience sudden jumps in career level. I was having that problem with Enchanted by Nature and I could not figure out what it was. That explains so much. Sims will no longer always sit to drink water. Were they doing that before? Oh, no wonder the water drinking is so annoying. Interaction progress, like cooking and writing, will no longer start from the beginning after loading, thank God. The holiday menu no longer closes when switching between Sims. I was so frustrated by this because they changed the holiday menu like a month or two ago, where before it was like default open for everybody always. And now it's default closed. And if you switch to like the other sim in your household, it'll be closed again for them. So it makes me feel like I'm missing holidays because I'm not paying attention to the thing in the corner closed. They fixed that. Oh, they finally fixed that weird shoe. There was a swatch of one shoe that changed the shape of the shoe when you switch the color. They fixed that. So that's a relief. Skill cheats can now be used to lower skills instead of just raise them. I like that too. Because sometimes when I'm playtesting things, I like don't want my skill to be as high. I want to like cheat it back down. Or maybe you're trying to start a fire and you want to cheat your Sim's cooking skill to be lower again, so they're more likely to do it. There was some weird tagging of wall mailboxes not being in the mailboxes category. They fixed that. The Mermaid bassinet is now available in buy mode like other bassinets. There was never a Mermaid bassinet. This makes it sound like there was a Mermaid bassinet, but there wasn't one before, right? They made it new. Same as the grave. It didn't exist. And then we got a new grave. That wasn't a bug, that was intentional. But I appreciate them fixing it. There's so many little things here, like color swatch fixes and like little tiny things like that. That's why I'm not reading the entire thing out loud. I'm just reading out loud the ones that are standing out to me. Soul's journey progression no longer grants too many points. Okay, that explains better what they were talking about up at the top. So it will be a little bit more difficult to do your Soul's journey progression, I think. Again, these are long patch notes, so if you want to read the full thing, I'll link it down below for you. This certainly isn't like the biggest pre-expansion pack update ever. We've definitely had like bigger deal pre-pack updates before, but in the grand scheme of Sims updates, this is a big update. Most times we get no free new base game content. We actually got quite a bit of free new content in this one. Having a whole new lot type is a big deal, even if it's hard to build that lot type with just the base game. I stand by them probably needing to pull a swing set or something that everybody can have access to, but obviously what we want them to do and what they want to do are not the same. So will they ever do that? Probably not. It does make me feel really excited about the new playground stuff though. Like I actually can't wait to have access to all of this and to use it in game. I've wanted this kind of thing for so long. It's actually kind of amazing that it took them 11 years to give us a slide. We had no slide this entire time until this pack now. But anyway, I think on that note, I'm gonna end this video right here. I will be able to start sharing early access content next week. So make sure you're subscribed to my YouTube channel so you don't miss it. The first video I will post about Adventure Awaits is gonna be my full review, and then the next day I'll post that full playthrough I always do that's like multiple hours long. So I've got a lot of Adventure Awaits content coming for you. Also wish me luck because tomorrow is script day. That's the big day when I'm gonna write the review. But tonight I'm gonna be live on my Twitch channel just playing Sims like normal, and then of course next week I'll be able to play Adventure Awaits. So I'll link my Twitch channel down below too in case you want to follow me now just to get prepared. I also always make videos about updates and like Sims news and stuff like that. I try to keep you in the loop when there's big stuff going on. The other big thing is that they announced the Forever Friends event. It's the new daily login event. It starts next week on the 23rd, and it's unfortunately imaginary friend themed. You know how I feel about imaginary friends, so this was quite a jarring pop-up to get when I first opened my game, but make sure you log in next week so you can start playing this to earn some of the free stuff. But I will stop yapping. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will catch you all tomorrow, okay? Bye, everyone. Why does it have to be imaginary friends? Like, of all the things, why did they have to do this to me? Why are you making me go through this again? It was bad enough in The Sims 3.